Hi guys, today's video is going to be another budgeting video, very highly requested. I didn't want to do them all of the time, but since I stopped doing them, people have requested them quite frequently. So here we are. I'm going to talk about my October budget and what I've spent in the last 4 weeks. Now, the reason I talk about 4 weeks is I get paid every 4 weeks. So the reason it's not at the end of the month is it's kind of around my payday. That's how I like to budget things month to month. I get paid 13 times a year. It means that once a year, I basically get an extra payment that is like bonus cash, as long as I budget this way. So I like to do it this way. So in case you were wondering why this is not at the end of the month, that's why. Quite a few people have had questions this month. I mean, since I stopped doing them, I just did a few. And then I said I didn't want to kind of continue doing them constantly and then be too repetitive. And I had a lot of requests to bring them back. So I'm not necessarily going to do them every month, but I think it is especially now going to be useful because it just kind of reminds you to keep your spending in check leading up to the Christmas season, because this is the time where people can kind of go off the rails a little bit, I know. So the main question I think people really have that they're not actually asking, but in asking for this video, they are asking, is have I gone off the rails recently? What is my debt situation like? I've obviously been spending more money. I've been showing more things that I've been purchasing. If you've been watching my vlogs, I'm talking about various things that I want to do to the house. I'm going to talk more about that in another video. I'm going to do a whole house update here on this channel. For those of you that don't want to watch the vlogs, I totally get it. They are just day-to-day stuff, me making coffee, that's the majority of it. But if you don't want to watch that and you want an update, that is coming. But because of the situation that's been going on with the house, I have definitely been stress spending. So just to kind of give you a little bit of info, we were selling the house and we went through, I mean, even in selling the house, I spent money. So I would be spending money on more cleaning products. I spent money on slightly dressing the house. I spent money on storing things. Just trying to make things as nice as possible and as clear as possible, because there's 6 people living in this house. There's 2 households worth of items in this house and in the garage and things. It's a lot. And I just wanted to give us the best shot possible of selling the house when we put it on the market. So I did spend some money at that point and I was kind of stressing out anyway. And so my justification was, well, it's to sell the house, which of course is not entirely true. That was just, you know, it's like an addict trying to justify why I'm trying to get that hit. But it's, you know, it's legitimate but it's not really. So that was part of kind of the beginning of the slight slippery slope. And then we decided, because we had some issues with that, not to sell the house and we're going to stay. But my parents are going to move out, which again is going to be in that update for you. And that in itself then almost allowed me, I'd been saving money, I completely cleared my debt, and I had this pot of cash set aside for moving that I didn't now need. We do have fees to pay. That would still be covered by this cash, but I'd still have this little bit of cash that I could spend right now. And in that moment where we decided we weren't moving, I was like, I'm going to buy a handbag. I'm going to buy a handbag immediately. Get me to Louis Vuitton. I am going to buy a handbag. Quite quickly, I realised that was not the right move. There are other things, there are going to be expenses when we do end up taking the rest of the house. We're going to have to furnish the rest of the house. There's other things that I would want more than that. The room that I'm sitting in right now is actually my bedroom. It's going to be my office. It's all very exciting. It's all going to happen in the new year. But the last thing I need to be doing is spending a lot of money on a designer purchase right now. So I was at least able to kind of rein it in and hold myself back. I have exercised some restraint, but I've definitely splurged more than I have in a long time in the past month. So I thought I would pull up, rather than do kind of an itemized expenditure, because I think that was what was getting a bit repetitive. Like, this week I spent this. This is how much the shopping was. This is how much this was. Let me know format wise if you would rather me do like week by week how much I spent, or just kind of an overview of here were my kind of pain points this month, and here's hopefully where I'm going to reduce next month. Let me know and we'll kind of, I'll assess and change that for next month. But I thought I would just give you kind of like the top ones. Number 1, we spent £499 on a TV. We said 3 years ago we were going to upgrade our TV. We had our TV put on the wall on a bracket that was only just small enough for the TV that we had. So basically we had a bracket put onto the wall that was for a much larger TV. And we said, well, we'll change the TV in the next few months. And then we never did. And then we were going to move. So it felt silly to just, you know, spend that money on something that we didn't know if it would fit in another room, etc., etc. So almost immediately we were like, right, let's get a new TV. That'll be a bit of a fun purchase that everyone can enjoy, and it's nice, you know, pre-Christmas. We can't really go out and do things. It will be kind of more of a thing to watch all of our Christmas movies on a big TV. I don't know. It's not really different, is it? I can't tell you day to day. I sit there and I'm like, I'm really glad I got this big TV. I can't. I think it fits in the room a little bit better. The other one that we had was very small for the wall that it was on. And I really like the TV that we've got. I do think that the features that it had, because the old one was a much older one. This has got smart features and stuff, which is quite cool. I can access my Apple stuff on it. See how I'm trying to justify to you how much we spent. And it was a good deal, but we did spend that money. So obviously half of that was mine. We also booked to have our Christmas dinner, which was £100. Was it £100 each, or was it? I think it was £50 an adult or £100 an adult. I honestly can't remember now. It was a lot. It was a lot, but we've booked. I think it was £50 an adult. So we've booked that. So that's something that we paid out this month as well. I spent £210 on a cricket machine at Hobbycraft. Now this is definitely a bit of a slip. I didn't need this. It's not adding any value to my life other than my crafting dreams have come true. It's basically a machine that cuts things out that you send it. It's absolutely the most frivolous purchase I've made in quite a while. I've wanted one for a while. My neighbour's got the really big one. I was so jealous. I thought it was going to be so cool for Christmas crafts. But there are so many costs on top of that, because once you've got the machine, you also need things to go in it to cut. I thought I would scrapbook more. I'm not really scrapbooking much more. I think the thing is I will end up spending more money to play with the machine. So cards on the table, I love it a lot. It's been my Saturday thing now. Lee came home from the shop the other day and he went, I knew you'd have this out. I get all of the stuff out and I'm like cutting things and making glittery whatever. And it's a really fun outlet for me, but it was something I didn't need. And it was something that truly does not actually add any value other than it's like a fun little toy. So yeah, that's £210. Okay, total, I spent £127.56 on Amazon this month. Now, a few things that I know that I bought. Now I'm thinking about it, maybe some things have already been returned. So I bought a chair. The chair was sent to me. It was the wrong chair. I've asked for a refund. Amazon has said that I can have the refund. I have bought another chair. So I'm thinking, because the chair was £80 and I've now bought a more expensive chair. So I think that I must have had the refund on that. So one of the things is the chair, which I did need. That's going to be downstairs and it's going to be more of like an upholstered desk chair. So it doesn't look totally out of place in the living room until next year, where I can move all of my work stuff upstairs, in which case it's going to be a nice pink velvet desk chair to have in this room anyway. And it's going to look nice downstairs in the meantime. But again, I didn't need it. I have a desk chair. This was very much it was a fuck it purchase. I also bought some handles to go onto the kitchen cupboards. So we changed the kitchen handles. Again, we were kind of having these, screw it, let's do something to the house that we're going to stay in. I can't wait. Next year, we're going to do some really cool things to this house. We've had 4 years worth of, well, if this was just our house, this is what we would do. And then it will be. So there will be plans and I will share them. I've spent £110 at Blinds to Go. Another living room fuck it purchase, because I wanted these blinds when we first moved in and I was like, I'm not having custom blinds. I'm not spending £110 on blinds. I'm just not doing that. And that's why we've had the tension rods up. Oh, Milo's calling me. He wanted to know if I was still filming. I am. The blinds. So we've had the tension rods up in the living room for a while and I thought that they looked nice. And then I took them down to clean and I was like, a blind would look so much better. So we're having the blind made and it should hopefully come in November. And come November time, December time, I think I will do like a full living room tour for you so you can actually see what I've done and changed. But yeah, that is a thing. And I'm thinking in here somewhere I must also have, it's not on here, but I also did spend £56 on Etsy on 3 prints, which is a lot of money for 3 prints, but I did. And the prints are beautiful. I love the prints, and I felt really good about supporting a small business when I bought the prints, but it was £56 that I didn't need to spend. You're getting the pattern. I spent £86.25 in IKEA on mostly things for Ella's bedroom. Again, once we decided we were staying. I spent £40 having my hair done, which is very reasonable, in my opinion. It's not on here because I paid in cash, but I also spent £30 having my nails done. I actually have on here my gym membership. I signed up for the gym before lockdown, like the week before lockdown. And the reason I signed up for the gym is I was 100% going to strengthen my back. My back is so bad at the moment, especially. I've actually been taking to icing it, and that's been the best. Rather than heat, ice on my back is actually the only relief that I can get right now. But it's been so bad, and it was so bad at the beginning of lockdown, or earlier this year before lockdown, and I was like, right, that's it. I don't care about losing weight, don't care about getting fit, I just need to strengthen my back. This is the thing that's going to fix me. I need to exercise my neck. I need to do this all the time. That actually really hurts when I do that. That hurts so much. This is an actual physio exercise that I'm supposed to do, but I'm also supposed to sit up while I do it. Isn't it attractive? Sometimes I sit next to Lee on the sofa doing this. He's so lucky to have me, he really is. So, something obviously went awry because it was so new, they never took a payment from me, and then all of a sudden they took £75 this month, and I haven't even been to the gym. I've been to the gym like 3 times before lockdown, so that's really frustrating. And I don't really particularly want to go to the gym right now, but I'm tied in for 12 months, so come February I can cancel that. It's supposed to be like £25 a month, but super annoying that all of a sudden they took £75 out of my account. And I think it's probably because they didn't have my details. I don't know, because they hadn't set up a direct debit in time. I've no idea, but it was super annoying. The last big purchase that I have been making, it's not a big purchase, but a recurring purchase that's a kind of splurge, is I have signed up to HelloFresh. So my friend gave me her code. I had like £20 off or whatever it is, the initial thing. I thought, this is so much better than it used to be. This is not an ad. I don't work with HelloFresh. But I just thought, this is so much better than it used to be. There's so many more options. And I've kept it up for like 5 weeks, and that's £29.99. That said, we used to spend £50 to £60 on shopping per week, and now we just go and get other supplementary things. And we've got 3 full meals per week that I just go into the kitchen, pick one and make it. I love HelloFresh. Big fan. I'm going to try the Gusto box and various other ones people have recommended at some point, but that is actually an expense that I'm planning on keeping because I just love it. I'm a big fan. And every single meal I've made so far has been really, really good. Everyone's enjoyed it that's eaten it. The kids don't eat all of them, but the ones that they have eaten, the ones that I've thought they'll probably eat this, they've enjoyed. And Lee and I have liked all of them so far. Again, not an ad. I'm not going to put my code below. I'm not. I just want to tell you, if you used to use HelloFresh, it's so much better than it used to be. So overall, I've definitely splurged. This was comfort spending at its absolute best. That being said, I haven't gone over the amount that I can spend. I haven't reached for a credit card. I haven't gone into my overdraft. I've still got the set amount of money in my savings that I need for our fees, for our mortgage, for things that we need in the new year that I know needs to stay there. And so I have splurged. I have kind of gone off the rails, but within the parameters of what I have allowed myself. I've still held back on things that I could have gone crazy on. Why not while we're here, buy this, 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 and this? And I think part of the reason for that is I know now how great it feels to be debt-free. I know now how great it feels to have cash in the bank. To have an actual pot of savings is amazing. First time in my entire life. To have an amazing credit score when you apply to remortgage your house. All of those things feel great. And so that has definitely helped me to keep in line. But I think that making these videos before kept me in check a little bit more. And I think that from what you guys are telling me, and from those of you who have been requesting this update, are telling me, it helped you as well. It helped to kind of inspire you to be a little bit better with money, and to kind of straighten up and fly right, especially around this time of year. It's not a terrible message to hear. So I thought, especially till the end of the year, we may do these videos like monthly. I'll talk you through kind of what my pain points have been, or if you would rather I'll do the weekly thing, you just let me know what format you prefer. If you need actual, like, this is how much I spent this week, this is how much, or if you actually just want to know, here's where I fell down this month, here's where I spent money that I didn't need to, because I personally think that that's maybe slightly more interesting. But let me know what you think. And I think we're going to keep them up till the end of the year, because I think it'd probably be good for me and good for you guys that find these useful. So yeah, hopefully that answered some questions for those of you that had them, and hopefully that has motivated some of you to put the credit card down. I know personally, I used to really struggle to be told by people who've always been great with money how to budget, how I should be. Oh, well, why do you need to put it on a credit? I don't understand. Believe me, this is coming from someone who has always struggled with money. I've always had a horrible relationship with money, and if I can get it together, anyone can, truly. I live, like, my husband is amazing with money, and I am horrible with money. And it just kind of, something clicked this year, and I thought, it's time. You got to grow up. And if I can help even one person to start that journey, that would be amazing. So yeah, let me know what your insane purchase was this month, just to make me feel a little bit better. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.